Hey guys, welcome to Real Talk number 8. Now, if you're an avid viewer of Real Talk, you may have noticed the background change. Now, unfortunately, I don't have huge panoramic windows, so this is the best we're gonna get, okay? Now, is this an upgrade from empty wall? Probably, yes. We'll see. We'll see. Aside from that, not many new things. Recently started bulking properly. So if you guys want to see any bulk content, any gym content in general, let me know. Aside from that, really nothing new. Classes are still going, gym is still going, a couple of other things, but not going to talk about that yet. And yeah, today's episode of Real Talk will be about being a little too hard on yourself. Now, what do I mean by being too hard on yourself? I feel like a lot of the time that we're going through life, we think that everything that we do matters to everybody else. And I think this effect in particular, shows greatly in social media, but even in your day-to-day life. Like, you see how much people care about the likes they get or the views they get or whatever, the attention they get from social media. It creates this very problematic situation for a lot of people where, oftentimes we're too scared to even do things and say things because we think we're going to get criticized for them. So we either stay completely silent or we do something that might look favorable to other people just because they would like that more. And it creates this permanent self-reflection loop where we keep telling ourselves that we either shouldn't do things or we should do things that will be favorable in others' eyes, or we're too afraid to speak up. And that's what I mean by being too hard on ourselves. We have such high expectations for ourselves and the way that others should view us, that it creates just this miserable state. This state where you don't want to try anything new because you think you're going to fail. And if you don't do it perfectly the first time, then, well, I guess I'm just not good at it. That is the reason why a lot of people say they're not good at math, right? Or they say they're not prone to math, or they call other people smart and they just say, wow, you're so blessed to be smart while I'm not. And I think everybody has to understand, the only one who you should be comparing yourself to is you from yesterday. A lot of the times when we compare ourselves to a certain point in our life where everything was amazing and you think, wow, everything is so shit now, everything is just going through the fucking floor, this sort of thinking leads us to even worsened states. The more you think about how bad everything is, and the more you think about how progressively worse everything is getting, where do you think that's gonna lead you? Do you think that thinking everything is shit, everything is bad, everything is getting bad, do you think that's gonna magically turn your life around and you're gonna be thinking that every single day for a month, 2 months, 3 months, and you're magically gonna go up? Like, no, right? So a lot of the times we just have to reframe the way we think. And it is true that there are times when shit just sucks. Like, there's times when I don't want to get out of bed. There's times when I don't want to go to the gym. There's times when I don't want to do work. There's times when I don't want to record these videos. But, to circle back to what I was initially saying, you should have higher expectations for yourself, and you should have standards on how you act, how you behave, how you dress, etc. But you don't have to be 100% hard on yourself every single day. Like, we're all human, and if you have a small fuck up and you mess up in something or something's going wrong, something's not going your way, you don't have to instantly throw everything away and be like, damn, this is not going my way, so I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I'll do it later. Think about it. Think about all the stuff you've accomplished throughout your life. Think about all the good stuff that happened to you. Do you think that if you have given up on the path of getting that particular thing or working towards a particular thing, you think if you gave up on all of that, you would have been where you are today? Regardless of whether they were bad things or good things, you can definitely imagine that if you haven't given up on certain habits, certain projects, whatever it may be, you would have not been in the same place that you're in today, regardless if it's good or bad, right? You can think about this in both ways. There are probably certain decisions you've made and some way you've criticized yourself that led you to give up on something you wanted and you never gotten it. This thing never magically turned around and just brought itself back to you. But we have to remember that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to fuck up. Like, it's okay to have mess ups in general. if you hadn't messed up, if you haven't learned from certain failures, certain mistakes you've made, you would have never ended up where you're at in the first place. And again, like, there are times in our life when life is up and when life is down, and it might go like this. It might not just be straight up and we're getting happier and happier and happier. Like, no, like, everyone experiences their ups and downs. So when you're at your down, when you're at your low, why would you be so hard on yourself? Why would you try to dig yourself an even deeper grave? Why not try to do things that would accelerate you in the other direction? I mean, yes, you can sit and wait for something magical to happen, your circumstances to change. You might move somewhere, maybe some person comes into your life and just pulls you out. I mean, yes, it happens, but it doesn't happen as often as you think, and it doesn't happen so often that you should be relying on that to make you happy. I think before criticizing ourselves, giving up on shit because of one mistake we made, and just throwing everything out of the window, why not instead try to learn from the experience that happened to you? Why not try to fix your mistakes? Why not try to understand what went wrong in the first place to then kind of reverse? Even from personal experience, I've had times when everything was amazing and it felt like everything was going my way. I was making decisions like this and every decision was correct. And then it could all just go magically fucking wrong and you could end up in the slums. Like, metaphorically or literally, you could end up in the slums and everything just feels like it's going fucking wrong. Everything just feels like it's shit. Everything feels like it's wrong. You're comparing yourself to you several months ago, a year ago, and you're like, damn, like, what the fuck happened? Like, how did this even happen? How did I fall into a state like that? And again, I think we're so hard on ourselves in that when we do mess up, we think it's the end of the world. And when we do succeed, it's like a small step forward. So why not reframe that thinking when you do succeed, at any given task? Maybe for you it's challenging to go brush your teeth in the morning. Like, maybe everything is so bad that you struggle to even want to go do that shit. Maybe it's challenging for you to get out of bed. So when you do those things, congratulate yourself. Why not think, damn, I'm actually proud of myself. I did a thing that was really difficult for me. No matter what it is, no matter how easy it may seem to other people, no matter how easy it is to you from a month ago, you from 2 months ago, you should be happy that you now is better than you yesterday. And that is what I meant when I said that. And trust me, like, if you start doing these things and you start understanding that you are a human, you're not a machine that's programmed to be 100% every day. Not every day is going to be picture perfect like you see on Instagram, TikTok, fucking whatever. Any of those day in the life of an influencer shit. Like, no, it's not like that. And we have to work towards making it better. Because again, life is not linear. It's full of ups and downs and fucking zigzags. Whatever the fuck life may be for you, right? But there's definitely lower points and higher points. So strive to go higher. Strive to be higher. Strive to be a person that's always riding the high wave. And try not to go too low. That's it, guys. That's I feel like everyone can relate to this, at least to a certain extent. Everyone has their ups and downs. That's the same for a reason. So make sure you focus more on the ups than the downs, and make sure you don't just shit talk yourself on a daily basis, right? It's easy to find flaws. It's hard to find perfections. So you should try to do the harder thing, and not the easier one. Anyway, this was Real Talk number 8. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the new background. You can kind of see me over there. Hello. Yeah. But yeah, background. I don't know. I could open the window too. Might give a better view, but I don't know. And yeah, tune in for the next one Thursday. Have a blessed night. Have a blessed day wherever you're at.